Might be the team, might be the camp, might be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel, you're grinding that. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, for the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. Yeah, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory.
From the 27, Watson. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a longtime Packer who spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle, but back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans will be happy to see that guy all year long.
Watson on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
To number 18.
Randall Cobb, 33 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Chiefs 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
And there's a familiar sight, J.J. Watt with the sack, and he's absolutely a force of nature when he's on the field. Unfortunately, he's only played more than 8 games once in the last 4 seasons, but when he plays full-time, he ends up being in the running every time for NFL Defensive Player of the Year, an award he's won 3 times in the past.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Damien Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damien Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
A quick slant to Hill.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now these two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City, Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and a Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Texans 7, Chiefs nothing.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Harrison Butker to kick.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st and 10, Watson looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you. 15. Don't get nervous. 36.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And 3.
We got 43. 43. 41. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 43. 43. Yo.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelce.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Now Bell. And
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
It is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker.
So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Bernard
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Gareon Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Watson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 4-1's Mike. That's 7.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught. Watkins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Watch your slant. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Here we go. Watch twitch. Hey, 43.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Texans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrating.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's second and a yard.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Shift, attack, attack. Switch. Check three.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Double tight. Hey, color. Mike 41.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's get it. Hey, 15.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first throw for Henne, the veteran backup. That's a quick strike out to Watkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not much there, only a yard. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Yellow. Let's go right here now. Check 90. Hey, 57.
Here's Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
On 1st down, Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And the Texans' 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now it really takes some time off the clock.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
No. Off. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. That's a party now. Mike 41. We got to wait. Yellow. Check pass. Hey, 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the